Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, finally did my hair, could not deal with it anymore, so very happy about that. Alright, so tapping the bone. I know that sounds really funny, so it's cool though. Alright, now today we're going to do Reincarnation, Cosmic Soup, and the Mighty Dead. Cosmic Soup, that reminds me of a book that I can't think of right now. Alright, so there are a lot of different opinions about reincarnation. I love this one. It's my favorite. So, many are loosely based on Hindu and Buddhist beliefs, while others are based on personal insights. So, yeah, that's very true. One thing that most neo-pagan ideas about reincarnation share is the idea of choosing whether or how you come back, and you do not get to choose. So the popular idea seems to be that when Joe dies, he will come back as Joe's spirit in another body. Nope. He won't remember being Joe unless he is sufficiently spiritually enlightened to earn the right to remember. But the spirit of Joe lives on, in fact, and eternal. So he says here, for me, this is a very simplistic interpretation of the Eastern philosophies, and not one I subscribe to at all. So, I don't know about reincarnation anymore, but I do agree with what he has to say about it. So, the concept of reincarnation involves a paradox too. Always. We are reborn through the cauldron, but who we are ceases to be. So, yeah, we don't have the same memories, we don't have the same anything. It's kind of the same spirit, only, yeah, I'll go on. So, yet, what did I put here? Oh, yeah, by encountering our death and rebirth, while still in the body, we can move forward, or move towards the realm of the mighty dead, to ride up the Gwynap Nud on the wild hunt, instead of being that which they hunt, the souls of the recently departed. So it all sounds rather melodramatic, it is, but it's just the cycle of life and death. So some Christians make a big deal about being born again. Some pagan paths talk about being twice born, but the deeper mysteries refer to the greatest among us, the thrice born or thrice great. Think about Hermes Trismegistus. So, such as Hermes Trismegistus. Sorry, that cracked me up. So, I honestly did not know that was, I wrote that, and I did not know that was coming up. So, first, we are born of our mother, of our mother, and then reborn of the goddess. But the last step is a doozy, to be reborn of the cauldron while still in the flesh. So, it takes wisdom, courage, and surrender, funnily enough. Funny enough? Funnily? Is it funnily or funny? Funny enough, the concepts upon which the neo-pagan and New Age ideas of reincarnation are built are actually closer to this idea of cosmic soup than you might think. So, like many spiritual ideas, reincarnation was simplified for the masses by the gurus of the 60s, and the buffet-style spirituality of the 21st century embraces that simplicity. It isn't a bad thing, but there are some who look for deeper, darker fare, and that leads them down avenues that were never meant for anyone. So, to each according to their needs. It's very, very, yeah. My take on reincarnation is totally like, kaboom, completely different. So, all paths lead to the same destination. I do not agree with that. I don't. Some are just longer or harder, or take more scenic routes. I don't know. So when all's said and done, in this too, we merely do what we are fated to do. We do what is necessary. See, so I don't really agree with the concept of what did I not agree with? All paths leading to the same destination. I do not believe that. I do not believe we all go to the same place when we die. I believe in multiple heavenly dimensions, multiple hellacious dimensions, and multiple purgatory-like realms, dimensions, different, parallel universes, and there's just way too much. I mean, quantum entanglement, quantum physics, basic, explanation of how this all works. So anybody that wants to know how reincarnation works, or how and why your magic works, quantum entanglement, Matthew Collins, thank you, my brother, for all of that information about quantum entanglement, because that is the why of the magic working. It's amazing. So, but yeah, I do not believe that, no, that we all go to the same destination. Now, as a Christian point of view, I'm sure maybe they believe that, but I don't, because I'm not Christian. Now we have finding lore. So, a couple more little tidbits. Alright, so perhaps the biggest difference between traditional crafting and the various neo-pagan faiths is that the Crooked Path is very invested in finding and fleshing and experience lore in a very direct way, while neo-paganism tends to be more involved with ritual dramas reenacting the lore rather than experiencing it directly. So yeah, when we get into the Children of Cain, oh my god. The explanations, I mean, Dr. Alice Margaret Murray, right? Yeah. She is a crock. But anyway. Alright, so now we have poetry and myth. So, lore can be found in the myths and legends of the gods and goddesses of the path. So poetry is very important to the traditional crafter. We make our students suffer with the white goddess because it helps us understand how to think poetically. So poetry is the language of the gods, so it naturally follows that in order to interact with and understand our deities, we need to learn to think and communicate poetically. So yeah, if you ever have, like, I don't know, if something just comes to you and it sounds very poetic, like if you get a burst or a download of information and you just, I mean, you feel it with all of your being. I just felt like caveman. Yeah, and it sounds very poetic. It's beautiful. It's beautiful epiphanies is what I would call that. So, but yeah, I would not read The White Goddess. I didn't. No. Now we have ancestral memory. So, the key to ancestral lore lies in the ancestral memory. So it is generally believed by traditions that work with the ancestors that the memories, experiences, and learning of our ancestors are locked into our blood, our DNA. As a result, we have a group of techniques and rituals that are designed to help us come to terms with that. He says we use a combination of the tapping of the bone and techniques already described and direct interaction with the ancestors in our rites. So it's just, it's more hands-on, it's more one-on-one, like literal one-on-one with the ancestors and the gods and goddesses. Now we have the crown and drake, which we already did go over a little bit of that, but this is just, it makes more sense. Now, most traditions of magic refer to a higher self and a shadow self in some way. We all do, especially in traditional craft. So, in this path, the Elder Faith? In his path, he says we have to use the terms crown and drake because of the way that we work with the aspects of our psyche. The drake or dragon is the shadow self, the part of us that dwells in the wasteland or underworld, while the crown is the bright spark of humanity, our higher selves, that dwells with the gods. So that is how we tap. A lot of people like to use the term Christ consciousness, but I just think of it like as Akashic records. Pretty much, I mean, just drawing information down from the, ethereal realms. So that's what I would say that would be. So, where'd I go? I don't know where I went. Okay, so yeah, the effective crafting of magic involves awakening the dragon, and under control of the crown, often depicted in heraldic form as a dragon with a crown around its neck like a collar. And I know you guys have seen that image in a lot of places. Alright, so, and that's, I mean, I know traditional craft is regional, but I mean, once we really get into, oh god, what is his name? I don't know his name, but it's called Children of Cain. His research that he did is so incredibly amazing. I mean, it is literally every bit of information. It's beautiful. He has so many different accounts of different people, and it's wonderful to see how regional traditional craft really is. So, but Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. I mean, just that little bit. I mean, it just, reading just that tiny little bit just took me to a different, like, it's almost like I'm in a place of endless time. No time, but present. I don't know how to describe it in words. So, and yeah, it's different. So, but, okay. I love you all very much. Please be safe, guys. And all my love all the way from Venus, of course, all the way back down. And I will see you all tomorrow. And yes, I love you all. So, everybody have a good day and stay safe. All this smoke from Colorado is in our area, so I wonder what kind of smoke it is. I might go outside and see if I can get. Never mind. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.